Well, hello, and welcome back to the city of YouTubington, North Carolina. In today's episode in YouTubington, we are moving across our highway, and we are starting to break ground on another new area for the city, mostly being forestry-related, with a bit of vanilla industry mixed in. It's the city that never stops growing, building more and detailing our mountain village, and we're as well going to add more cims to our ever-growing city of YouTube. Enjoy, you legends! Also, if you would like to support the channel and keep up to date when we drop our next episode, subscribe and turn on notifications. And drop a like if you like the content. It's a free way to show support, and if you like to support us directly, links for our Patreon are in the description below. And thank you for being part of our community. And thanks to the whole MurderM Nation family of subscribers. We love you. Without any more talk, let's get into it. Alright, starting with this highway here. Upgrade all these sections to the sound barriers. All the way around the clover leaf here. This one area is giving me some issues. Let's turn a little bit here. Snag that. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to use the power of the move it tool and raise these up here. There we go. Gotta upgrade them to a bridge segment. There we go. We'll go up by about another 5. About 10, and then I'll run all the way to the edge of the map here. Okay. I'm gonna go in here and grab the parallel tool. We're gonna parallel this puppy all the way back, except for the one segment. I'll just page this out. That looks about right. In. Connect that one in. I move this one now. I gotta flip that around. There we go. I'll use move it again to kind of slide that in a little bit. A little wonky there. There we go. Now I'm not sure. I don't think I'm allowed any more outside connections going out, but obviously the one coming in was still. I saw traffic coming in. We might have to wait until the following episode to actually see if it's actually working. But for sure, we do have a lot of traffic. I do see the occasional car going out, so it may be working. Alright, we're going to set up a little on and off ramp action here. This ramp up here, this back up to 10 meters. There we go. The way that looks. Try it from this way. Sometimes going backward and flipping works best. Okay. Perfect. Get this other side. Let's try to kind of eyeball it and match it up as best we can. There we go. Down. Across here. And do the same as we did on the other side. We'll go out, kind of eyeball it, and down. Flip it around. And we are good to go, guys. Now we just got to get our crossroad under here. I think we're going to go for a 6-lane industrial with the grass. Okay, well the grass isn't working on all sides, so we're just going to go with the standard industrial 6-lane. Alright, and with that, guys, we're ready to start building our main arterial for this area. There we go. We'll just leave that one bit sticking off there on the opposite side. Right now, today we are working with this side. Let's see, we'll run this up to somewhere right around here. Got a couple bits there. Just placeholders, and then we're going to stretch one out here. reduce down to the smaller local 4-lane road. Put that up there, and then we'll extend this down here. There we go. Same with this side, we're going to reduce it down to the 4-lane local road. Go out here, tee this section off here. Alright, now we'll start laying out this new vanilla industrial area. I want this to sit on kind of an angle, at least on the front side. Then I want the back side to kind of go as close to the highway as we can here. Going for something kind of interesting here. Sometimes you get bored of doing so much grid. Do something a little more organic, a little more fun. Alright, we'll snag a few one-ways here, because this seems to help with traffic, at least personally. So go a little bit further there. Bust this on the curve. And we'll feed this right into there. There we go. At least this gives us a few main roads that we can have the traffic flowing right out to the main exit there, since it's one way in, one way out. Let's see. We're gonna do a little bit of a grid here. I'll try to keep it interesting. Do some interesting bits here at the ends. Feed that in right there. Get rid of those pieces since they're not cooperating. There we go. That's much better. It likes to act finicky on you sometimes when you're using Anarchy. So just be aware you may have to, if you're using the Anarchy mod, you may have to drop it down a few times and delete it. It usually works out after a while. There we go. Alright. And now we move on to piping for the water and sewer. First putting them down right underneath of the roads, right where they belong, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Put that one there. We'll do that one there. A little bit here. We'll follow this around. And this one and this one. Boom. I am noticing that we need some sewage availability is pretty low. We'll see what it focuses. Give it a second. Pull it back up. Still not quite what I'm feeling, so I think we're gonna add 3 more, 4 more. Hook those back up. Whew, the water's pumping out of there now. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that in the following episodes. Noticing we need some more water too, so we might as well. And lo and behold, I checked the electricity, guys, and look at that. We need more electricity as well. Getting kind of close to the yellow. So we're just going to take care of this now before it becomes an issue. And we line that one up. since we have collision turned off in Anarchy, we can overlap them. Place one on top of the other, and then that one there. There we go. Alright, that's something I've been wanting to do for a minute now. Is some more canal work. So we are going to expand the canals into this new industrial area on the other side of the highway. So this is interesting. We're going to have the highway cutting over top of the canals. Being very difficult. Try not to crash the game. Sometimes it just really does not want to play ball with you. Just gotta keep messing with it. Convincing it. There we go. Sometimes too with shorter segments like there, shorter segments end up causing an issue. But as you can see, this was giving me all kinds of headaches. Trying to put this down. I ended up going with a little bit shallower one. And that seemed to have taken care of it for the most part, but it still was all over the shop. Alright. There we go. Okay. Now it's back to our forestry area. We're setting up here. We're going to set up some small little local dirt roads. We're going to directly interface with the new industrial area. Our forestry section over here. Get a couple little interesting roads here. Get a little random bit here. There we go. And I'll do that. And one. There we go. Now for our oil and ore area that we're going to be setting up. Go ahead and do this dirt road and kind of surround this whole valley between these two sections of the mountain here. There we go. And I'll run a little dirt road in there. Alright, that'll about do it. Alright, I think we're going to set up our ore and oil for these areas. Well, I guess the forestry area really doesn't need anything, but we definitely need our oil for over here. This whole section for oil. And we'll do ore. Bit of ore there. Okay. Now we're gonna fence off this whole area where the oil is at. Grab a bit of our industrial fencing and the line tool. We're gonna go to town on the fencing. Go. Also, I don't know if you guys know, if you're ever interested or you're feeling the vibes to the music, links to all of the music is also down in the description below, guys. Feel free. we won't quite run to the end of the road here. That very end of the dirt road open for the oil industry that's gonna go in there. Which we're just kind of making the basic areas for today. We will be concentrating in the next episode on actually putting in a solid amount of industry and detailing. Alright, we're gonna remove a few trees here from the road. Sometimes when anarchying, it likes to leave the trees there. Doesn't help that I leave anarchy on and collision off. Alright. District tool here. And we're gonna just run around this whole dirt road section. Follow our little perimeter dirt road there. There we go. Solid. Of course, our little district for our area. Just off to the side. We're basically building something similar to what we have in Subopolis. If you guys haven't watched that series, I encourage you to go over there and watch that series. I think we're on episode 12, I want to say now. Yeah, a whole other series of launch. We're going to put this district in here too for the forestry, but snatch this whole valley there. There we go. And as I said, we are going to drop down a little bit of the zoning for each one of the areas. But we won't really be dropping down a significant amount of it or detailing it up until next episode. This episode is just preliminary setting up the roads and infrastructure and stuff. Really, this wouldn't be possible without the highway running out that way. I'm just happy to have the all four sides of the clover leaf finally leading somewhere. Alright. Drop a bit of industry over here. A few little sections here and there. And the same over here. We're down some. We're just dropping down a few little spots of it right now. Alright. Of course, we gotta do the piping. Sewage and water are a must. Under the roads, right where they belong. Go. Guys, any suggestions, please feel free. Names, ideas, drop them in the comments below. We are always interested to hear people's ideas. Get a little pipe connection in there. And we should be all good on water. Run this the rest of the way around our perimeter road for our oil area. There we go. I'll go ahead. I know I always lay them under the roads and I never do that, but I want to get that area covered. We'll probably end up putting a road there anyway. I say probably. Mostly. Excuse me. I think we'll continue this down to here. And then we'll hook this up to a bridge. Alright. Gonna be difficult, so we'll go ahead and do this. Actually, those didn't even connect, I don't think. I don't know how that happened. They're not connected. Let's delete those. Let's try that again. Okay, again, a little trick I like to use. What is going on here? I'm not sure if they're connected. That one's definitely not. Okay, there we go. They're both connected. Let's upgrade that to a bridge, and then we can get rid of these two. My goodness, all just to make that a bridge segment. Alright, and then we'll cover this all in vanilla industry. There we go. Clear out since there's a little square here. Alright, do a little, if you guys have been watching me long enough on this, you know me when it comes to city skylines, and you can never have too many of something. Drop in the comments what you think of this. Oh, too late. It's paths, of course. Alright. Let's get this. We'll go ahead and do our segments above our roads first. There we go. Down. 2 segments down, 2 segments level, 2 segments up. And I'll just repeat that through each one of these. Let's go ahead and just do it down segments. This connection here. Go, and there we go. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and get this square. Snatch these, we'll turn snapping off, so we'll get this to go right through there. There we go. Sometimes if it doesn't want to snap directly to it, you turn snapping off, you can just kind of guide it semi-close to the road. It should still connect. There we go. And I'll throw a little random connection here. Where else would we do? Right here we'll do a good one. And there. And there. There we go. Just give them a little bit of walkability. Alright, back to our industrial fences. I'll go ahead and just fence off a little bit of areas here and there. As I said, we're not super detailing these areas this episode. Next episode we will be doing that. I'll drag that all the way out. There we go. Get that one down. Cross and onto the path here. There we go. At least along this main frontage road here. Would there be a frontage road? Well, the main entrance at any extent. Alright, I'm gonna throw this down there because I think you know what's about to come. Ooh, I like these. We're gonna go ahead and place 2 of those down. Get some ploppables. Looking through here because I'm looking for something specific. This is what it is. Alright, good. So we're gonna zone that. We're gonna drop the building here. Fill in this area a little bit more. Move the sign to the corner. See if we can find some B some sewer caps. Remind me, guys, if I forget in the next episode, to do it in the following episode, to put down sewer caps on all the intersections of it. Okay, let's grab this. Go ahead and give them some parking spaces here. One more. There we go. And right there. Okay. I'll put that there. Okay. Let's let this grow. So I have this old truck here. I think I'm going to use the old car as well. This I am going to detail up. Maybe not this whole area, but we're going to detail this gas station up for sure. There we go. Gotta give them a local gas station, you know what I mean? I know I got a car sign in here somewhere. Let's see. Ooh, that'd go good with those barrels. Throw a box down there too. There we go. Gonna find a car sign somewhere. And we'll throw down a couple. Sorry guys, I keep smacking you. Alright, I'd say that's pretty nice. And then, of course, we're gonna throw down a few lights on the corners here, just because this is probably going to be a little bit busy section with the gas station and all, so we want the pedestrians and the cars to be as safe as they can be. Throw those down there. There we go. Alright, and now onto our little mountain village. We're gonna add to this area today. See if we can grow this a little bit more. Now again, this is gonna be a small-ish mountain village. We don't want it to be anything massive. This isn't gonna be a metropolis of any sort. Just a nice quiet spot in the mountains. There are a select few sims to go and let a load off. Yeah. Get this little road leading through this little mountain pass here. And I tell you what, man, these people over here, especially this road right here, man, having a house at the end of this road would be fantastic. The views, actually having a house at any section of this little mountain village would be fantastic. Okay, and more water pipes for the new areas that we put here. Under the roads, as always. And let's see. This water tower is no longer sufficing. We're going to follow the road for a little bit here until we get down the mountain a little further. And we're going to do what I don't do, which is we're gonna go ahead and shoot right on across and drop down and straight across over here, and then we're gonna connect this up and we're gonna follow the highway down into our other cloverleaf interchange, and we're gonna go all the way down and feed this back into the city. Okay, so everything should be connected now. Our village, our other small city by the Pooh River Park, and the main city of YouTubington. Noticing that some of the trash wasn't hooked up. Alright, and then we're gonna give it its own district. There we go. Change that name. Mill Park is not gonna be. change a couple of policies here. Take off our big business enthusiast. No big business here. There we go, and give it a name deserving of the area. King's Peak. Alright, we're going to start with putting down a little bit more residential here. Homes of all sizes here. A little bit of a business area, a couple industrial jobs here, a couple office jobs. I'll kind of dense it up right there. Okay. There we go. Let's see if we can feed this around back to the water tower. There we go. Okay. Alright, I'll let this play. See what we can get building up here. That's right. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't put in some kick-ass paths. Ooh. I'm digging the general store here. In the new house, we're going to make these both historic. See if we can move some of these trees and bushes out of the way here. There we go. Get those paths going all around the back. All these houses, we'll get some paths between the houses, going around, hitting up this road, and behind this first house that we made historical, we're going to do a fancy little wooden walk bridge here, just because we can. There we go. I'm going to use move it, see if we can adjust it and flatten it out here. Make it look a little better. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Looking a lot more level and straight there. Okay. These bushes out of the way of this section too. A few little things here and there. Overall, though, it's looking pretty good. I'd say. Alright. Coming back to the area that we've been building for the last few episodes. We're going to extend this section over here because it's looking a little barren. Few too many stretches of road here that have no connection whatsoever. We're gonna try and see if we can't fill this section in with some roads. Not sure if we'll fill it all in today, but we're definitely going to build some. Just a matter of getting the roads to cooperate with us here. Little street bits here. Some of them are giving me trouble here. So it happens with anarchy. I feel like this will give the subway stops we have here on this road too a little bit more reasoning of being there. If we can increase the density here a little bit, it'll make more more sense for a stop to be there. Which was sort of the plan all along, anyway. Just wasn't sure in what aspect we would be building and adding more area to here. Gonna add and continue a little bit of this industrial right here. So all this in residential and business and commercial. There we go. And then we'll put down some paths from the subway stops. See if we can get a little bit better connection going on for these areas. If you're at least within, 2 to 3 blocks, you have a path that gets you a little bit closer to makes it much more accessible for the subway there. Okay. Wow, that office demand is freaking popping. Let's go. Digging it, digging it. Wow, dang, okay. Office demand is wild. Just popping for office demand, apparently. Well, let's snap out of that. Get to expanding this. There we go. Get that to connect there. And I think what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna do a big park. This will probably be one of the biggest parks for the city. Well, besides the one pretty much catty-cornered from this one in the city. Or over by the canals area there, but I still think it's about half the size of this one. Or 3/4 of this one. At any rate, it's still much bigger. On this road all the way down and under the highway, I think. Get this to connect up right on down here to this main road. Alright. Now I think we are going to build us another gated community, guys. Much like the one just would be west of us now. Just make something simple here. It's gonna be a tinier gated community, though. Not quite the size of the one we did over on the other side of the city. And we'll go ahead and call it a day. Alright, and then we're going to fence it off, of course. It's not a gated community without the gate. Grab this here, we're going to run it all the way down, and all the way down the back. There we go, and back and around again. There we go. Gives us lots of extra area. I'm going to leave these in a bit. And then we're gonna, I think, run these out just a little bit. No, I've got a better idea, actually. Let's see. Line this up. Okay. Do one here. And I'm gonna pop one on the other side, and we'll line it up best we can. That should look right. We'll just see if we can find us a sort of guard shack type deal. I think I do have some toll booths in here potentially. Okay, there they are. Nice, yep. I got this one and then the mirrored one. So we'll do this one on this side and then we'll do the mirrored one on the opposite side. Then we just gotta figure out some sort of gate. Well, not gate, I'm drawing a blank right now, but it'll come to me eventually. We're gonna grab the district tool and get the little gated community here. Edges nice and neat. Alright, grab this little area and do it its own district. I don't want that other district to get too sorry, the biggest one in the whole city. Yeah, smaller one here. So we will do high-tech house. More piping for this area that we just made. We're gonna keep that right under the road. Connect that up there. And run this down all the way to there. Okay. Feed this in, feed this in. Up, down, there we go. And we'll run one right across the middle since it's going to be a park. Who knows what we might have on there that needs water. Let's see if we can't fill this area in a little bit more here. Seeing a little bit of emptiness. Little opportunity for a little unique grid feeding into more of an organic shape there. Yeah. Right. Now we will fence off what's going to be probably our biggest park in YouTubington so far. There we go. Alright, little adjustments here and there. I think it still needs to be adjusted a bit, but we're gonna go ahead and roll with it. There we go. Okay. And then we'll do a little square all the way around here. Okay, that is 90. Didn't look like it. Sometimes the angles mess with you. There we go. And straight across. And we'll be coming back in the next episode to edit that out. Alright, we're gonna get a little bit of wavy path leading around here for this gated community. They always have paths. And pond ducks. You know it's true. Go ahead and get a couple little connector paths here. Just connecting everybody up from every direction. No one's too far from the path. Get a nice healthy walk in. Alright. Now we're gonna rename a few roads after our subscribers. Starting with J Flowers 710 Boulevard and Kill Emily Abbott. You guys guys keep them coming and we'll keep on naming them. Check out the garbage here. We have never recovered from the past trauma of the garbage. So we are staying on it with the garbage these days. But just empty any of them that need it and turn back on the few that are done. And I just sat here and noticed that our beautiful park we made in the last episode, for some reason, has a bunch of office zoned into it. So I'm like, that's weird. Let's get rid of those and zone the office around the park instead. I think we'll leave this biggest office as the only office that has the right to be on park property. Maybe they built before the city actually built the park. Because they were the original builders, maybe they had like rights to that area. But we're gonna get all our trees back in here at any route because it looks much more beautiful as a park than an office park. And then we'll grab some trees and delete them from out in the woods here in a couple spots. So we can fill in some trees here and some dead zones in between. Every little bit helps each episode to make it just look that much more better. Alright guys, can you believe it? But this is the end of the episode here for episode 14. And you know what that means. It's time to have a look at what we did today. I'll see you guys on the outro. Alright, y'all. That's about gonna do it for this episode. Man, we got a bunch accomplished today. Got that whole new area set up across the highway. Got our new vanilla industrial area going. We also got a forestry industry area set up for next episode, as well as a oil and ore area for next episode set up. We expanded the new section of the city we've been working on for the last few episodes, and we expanded the mountain village. So we are doing good. Can't wait for the next episode. We're going to detail up all those new areas and got a few more surprises involving transportation for you guys. But I'm going to get out of here and quit yapping your ear off. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. As always, guys, Mad Murder Nation love to you, and remember, if nobody else cares, murder cares. Alright, guys.